Well, good afternoon everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're down in Walpole. Hopefully the focus is working. I've noticed that in a few of my videos the focus doesn't seem to be there, so hopefully it works. It's been focusing on the background. I thought it's been autofocus, but yeah, a bit of a pain. So today, yeah, we're down in Walpole. I'm staying down here. I'm here with my family. I'm here with my auntie. Something that doesn't happen very often. The last time she was here was just over about 4.5 years ago, I believe it was. So yeah, nice to get out. I've been in pain. Yeah, I'm still in pain right now. I just want to get out and explore the area a little bit. So I'm just going to go along this trail for a little bit. I don't know how far I'll go. It's the one that goes to Sandy Beach, I think it is. So yeah, we've got some nice trees on the other side of the lake. I'm just looking for a different composition. I've got a feeling that I will be coming back here at some point. I've got some people behind me and I don't want to have them in my shot because I don't like talking when other people are around, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. Never been around the trail. I might let them pass so I don't look weird in front of the camera. You can probably see them behind me. Right, so they've gone now, and yeah, just a lot of focus on each time using the small touch screen. So yeah, this is part of National Park, Parks and Wildlife Service. No dogs, fishing and walking. So yeah, keep making our way. Hopefully it leads us back towards the trail, which would be nice. And again, we're recording this in 4K. Don't think it's going to be a long video, it's just going to be basically one photo. I've got an idea in mind, but it means waiting until after dark. Or just, no, not after dark, after sunset, because after dark you won't see much at all. And I think after dark is basically morning, isn't it? But nice little walk we're on right now. Yeah, it's nice along here. Currently smells fantastic out here. All the wildflowers are out in bloom, as you can maybe see behind me here. Just superb. Hard to think in a month or so's time it's going to be stinking hot out here, and a lot of this will be brown, died off, or not died off, it's just going to be brown, and it's going to be different smells. I like this time of the year, and I like winter, and I like autumn. Yeah, not sure how much further I'm going to walk. The couple that I let go in front of me, they went to a trail where I probably would have gone down to, but I don't know how long they'll be down there, so I've decided to keep moving, and hopefully we find something else that opens up and we can get down to the river line. Oh, I'm knackered. I'm sore, but I'm loving it. It's such a nice evening. Hopefully the sound is alright. The little mic down here isn't rubbing up too much against my clothing. I might move it in a little bit. Actually might move it now, and maybe just hold it for now, because this hand's free anyway. But yeah, oh wow, this is nice. I can sort of see through the trees. Actually it's opening up here, a little bit here for me. Actually, we've got a nice little beach up ahead. Well, what appears to be a beach. Some nice little objects to shoot by the look of it. Let me show you. Alright, I think we're going to be going down this. Probably doesn't show up on camera, but it's pretty steep. Well, I've just noticed this possible composition. Not sure if it'll work out, but it's something right up in the distance there, and the reason what's drawn me to it is the background is quite well lit. It's got a haze going on, there's a lack of contrast, but there is a little bit of shadow detail. but I really quite like it. It seems to stand out a little bit. It reminds me of something like from the Peak District in England. So I think I'll get out maybe my 300mm. Got the filter in, so what I've gone with is a free stop just to help smooth out the choppiness in the water. It's not doing a huge amount. Hopefully the tripod doesn't blow over right now, since we're using the very light cheapy tripod that I've had for a while now. Anyway, so we've got a polarizing filter just to help give us a bit more contrast and remove some of the glare off the scene, because we've got quite soft light at the moment anyway. So just and the 300mm is working out perfectly for this, so I'll just get this nice and level, going in quite tight on that island. Just going to achieve focus. Yep, that looks good. I'm not really too sure, not sure if this is going to work out, but it's one of those things where I want to actually have a go and see if it works. Let's see what the... Okay, so we'll shoot F11. We use a 2-second self timer. See what the polarizing filter does. Polarizing filter's not really doing a great deal. It's doing a little bit, but not much. Not like what I would normally imagine. So we'll take that shot anyway. Alright, so I've changed the focal length. I was originally going to shoot it with my 35-90, but I've gone to my 28mm. The reason why, it's a little bit wider and it allows me to get part of the tops of the tree canopy and the hill leading into the river. And since we're going to be using the mist filters, it's going to be sort of ghosting them out a little bit as well. So I think it's going to look quite nice. So we're going to shoot in landscape mode, landscape orientation, which is this one right now. And the reason why is I'm thinking I could make this a square crop. So I want to basically get 2 shots in one. So I've got my wide shot, and then I can always do a pano if I want to, or I could just leave it as the standard 6 by 4.5 aspect ratio, which this camera is. It's a 645 camera. which I really love. I really love that aspect ratio. I don't like the standard 3:2 aspect ratio. So yeah, and it looks really nice through the viewfinder. So we've got down reasonably low, and I'm just going to focus on the rock in front of me here. So I'll get the focus for that nicely. Just check the aperture is good. Oh, it keeps making that lens contact thing. The camera still works, it's just it's not as bad as the H4D used to be. Oh yeah, everything is in focus with that f11, which is perfect. This is the aperture we want to use for this particular shot. I'm making sure I'm actually putting the rock sort of more towards the base of the frame, so I don't want to make it the main focal point. I want there to be room for the image to breathe, and so the eyes actually start on the base and then they work their way up through the scene. Just great, nice, something airy, quite light, and pleasing for the eye to look at. So let's just have a look. And no polarizing filter as well, because we want the shine off the water, because that's going to make us have a nice white sheen. If we were to introduce a polarizing filter into the mix, we would not see the white. It would look dark, and against these dark rocks we have in the foreground, it just won't look right. Now my filter holder is on, I'm going to just do a test exposure with the settings we've got. So ISO 100, we want that to keep that nice and low. F11, and it might go to yeah, I think we'll keep it on F11. It's got to work with these filters. The mist filters from Lee. I think our composition's fine. It looks central enough. And now to work out our shutter speed. So we're going to be careful with the white. So our test shot seems to be a 40th. Let's have a look. That's at least what the metering is saying. Alright, so we might need to come up a little bit. So I'll grab my mist filter. We'll put the strip in, and then strip, and then the grad. Or we might put the grad in first, since I've picked that up first. We'll put that in now. I only put it in so just the clear bit is basically showing up in the viewfinder. It doesn't matter as well if these filters have got a little bit of dust on them. It doesn't seem to affect it whatsoever. So we'll put those in, get it right, and then see what it looks like exposure wise. So what I'll do is I'll bring my mist filter, oh, moved the wrong one, move the mist filter down with the aperture preview on, just to see at what point it takes effect. I just want it to above the rock in the foreground, but off in the distance. I still want to show there's a hillside in the background, so that seems to be working just fine. And we'll lock the filter in position. We'll do another test shot. Hopefully you can hear me all right as well. Alright, so that's giving us a different exposure. That's giving us an underexposed, well, not an underexposed, but it's giving us a completely different exposure. So it's softened that sky line. So I'm going to bring it down a 15th of a second, see what that gives me. So that's a full stop. No blown whites, which is great. I think that's our exposure. So I might just try and get these filters just right, because it just looks a little bit too overdone. I might bring that strip one down a little, just to kiss the top of the rock, and then give it a little bit on the horizon there as well. Yeah, I think that will do better. Yeah, that's much better. Much more realistic. Right. So we've got, I'll get out my phone up, my foot's going to sleep right now. So that was our test shutter speed. Well, our settings were, what was that? That was a 15th of a second. So let's bring up our exposure calculator. 15th of a second. So a 15 stop will give us 36 minutes. We don't want to go for that long. What will a 10 stop give us? 10 stop will give us 1 minute and 8 seconds, and that is what we want. So we'll put, because I don't want to go on for long, and for this scene I don't think we need to go ultra long. So make sure I grab the 10 stop filter, 10 stop red diamond Hyder filter. Not sponsored by Hyder, not sponsored by Lee, it's just gear I like to use. But if you are interested in, say, this tripod or any L brackets or ball heads or any camera supports you see, I am an ambassador for Pro Media Gear. There is a link that will be down in the description below. It is affiliated. Anything that you buy from there, it will you know, earn me some money, and it allows me to do what I do. Yeah, it doesn't cost you a cent, and yeah, all the proceeds, or not all the proceeds, I wish it were that. It helps out Pro Media Gear, which is a family-owned business based over in America. And yeah, they're just wonderful products, and I really like using them, and I couldn't imagine using anything else. So yeah, that's my little plug of the day. And now to get this photograph. So gonna wait around for 1 minute and 6 seconds. If you've ever wondered what I do while my camera is exposing itself, that does sound wrong, but it's completely true. I tend to just look around the scene, see what's going on, and try, because I know when you're focusing on one composition, that can sometimes take up a lot of your time, and you sort of you're not aware of what's going on around you. You're not aware of the lighting conditions, and yeah. So we can see now behind me, there's no more sun on the trees. There seems to be just a little bit of light on those ones. Very subtle. So, and we've got some light catching the tops of the clouds. Now I think these are low clouds, so yeah, it's not going to be long until the sun is set. Oh, we've already completed the exposure. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, that looks quite nice. It looks mysterious. Let's just check those shadows and everything in that shot. Just bring the focus over a little bit. There we go. Everything's in focus. I don't know, I feel like I need to do it a little longer. I'll go, oh, don't want to do that. Okay, yeah, now I've got a low exposure there. Let's bring it to 1 minute and 22, a minute 21 seconds, so, because we are dealing with a setting sunlight as well at the moment, so that's going to adjust our exposure time as well. So yeah, all a little bit of fun, and that's a final landscape photography for you. But wait until this shot's done, and I'll show you up on the screen, and then we'll go and take a photo of the trees behind us. So yeah, so I've gone for a vertical composition versus landscape, so that will allow for more negative space, just to help the image breathe. And it's just another thing for me to shoot, because I don't think I'll be down here for maybe another year. So yeah, or might not overcome here again. Actually, never say never. Never say never. But anyway, I'm going to quickly get the shot over here. Sadly, we don't have any colours as of yet. Not sure when they're going to happen, or if they're going to happen. Normally it's something when you can see the horizon, but I can't see the horizon, so there could be nice magenta colours over below there, but nothing as far. And mosquitoes are starting to come out as well, so I'll get a nice little shot of this. It's a nice little simple scene, and then we'll pack up and return back to base. So yeah, this is nice. I'm glad I got out. I was going to take it easy, have a rest, had a beer before I came out. But yeah, it's just nice, and I love the sound of the water at the moment. It's just so relaxing, and yeah, and it's nice to get out in front of the camera and create something as well. So yeah, I'll stop blabbering on, and we'll get the camera out over there and take a few quick shots of that. Yeah, and then head back to the base. Okay, so we're done for this evening. It's been a lovely shoot. I'm so glad I got out with my camera. First time I've actually got out with it on this trip. I'm doing a holiday with my family. My auntie's over from England and we haven't seen one another in 4.5 years due to COVID and everything. That put a huge dampener on things. So we were going to see her, I think it was last year or the year before. So yeah, it's been nice. These times that as I get older, they get older, and those memories that or those times that you want to share with them become fewer and fewer as each year passes or each day passes. So you've got to cherish those moments and create those memories and something to remember them by as well. But yeah, so this has just been a wonderful night. Taking some photos. And I noticed there's this stump in the water as well, so I'm going to get a quick photo of that before I go. Probably use this lens, no filters, maybe put my mist filters on and get a bit of ghost, get some mists going on. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to end this video. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you're interested in any a new tripod or a ball head like here, or universal L brackets or a bracket for your camera, be sure to check out Pro Media Gear. Now the link is down in my description. It is affiliated. I get a little bit of money from that. It helps me do what I do, and it helps support the channel. So yeah, if you do buy anything and you want anything, be sure to use that link. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to head off, and it's been a pleasure chatting with you. And hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video as much as it's been as much fun as it's been to make it and take these photos. Anyway, I'm Simon, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Okay, bye for now.